I've always liked Frank Mahovlich as a player. I liked him as a goal scorer. I liked him as a good Maple Leaf, Red Wing, and Montreal Canadian WHA player. But the paranoia he showed in the 1972 Summit Series, talking about different conspiracies and felt they were being bugged, or the Russians were trying to mismanage their rest time. Some of it was valid, but some of it was just totally friggin' bizarre. And of course, the alleged incident where he thought it was a bug in the room, he unscrewed it. Actually, it was a chandelier that fell to the floor a story below. So, what I want you to do, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a chance, go into the CBC archives and look at that 4-hour CBC, Truman Capote version of the Summit Series, where basically they expanded on certain things, had conversations that didn't really occur between certain players. But the guy who plays Frank Mahovlich in that movie sums up the paranoia heavily. Now, what I want you to know about Frank Mahovlich is various news stories that were occurring before the series started, while the series was going on, while the series took a break in Sweden for those 2 games, and while it was in Russia, how Frank Mahovlich basically was telling everybody, his teammates in the media, they're out to screw us, they're making noise, they're calling us through the night, they're doing everything deliberately. Frank Mahovlich should have had a mental health person to talk to him. He got really absolutely paranoid. Now, Peter was happy-go-lucky. I think Peter really knew the task at hand. Now, some people don't like Peter Mahovlich because there's instances when the Montreal Canadiens with Mary Tremblay and others where he maybe disrespected some of the Francophone players. But Frank Mahovlich, ladies and gentlemen, if you can find any video where he doesn't talk in a negative way about the Russians in the 72 series, I'll give you $1 million, like he was losing his mind. He calmed down over the years, but holy frig. Serge Savard, who was sort of like the calm water of the series, he was injured at the time, or partially injured. He was trying to calm down Mahovlich. Now, we know that Punch Imlach did a whole bunch of things to him mentally in Toronto, but I don't know how much of a factor plays in. Mahovlich never liked the Russians because of obvious reasons. His ancestors were mistreated by what's called the Russian oligarchy, or what was like the Russian Federation at the time. He felt now, but I know one thing, ladies and gentlemen, if you look at especially Game 4, physically he's on the ice, he's losing his friggin' mind. He's getting booed like crazy. It's pretty weird. So, a lot of what he was thinking was true, but a lot of it was his own head. Now, was that, again, a contributing factor? Well, it's like this. If Frank Mahovlich is a veteran player on the team, and he's going around saying, you got to watch the Russians, everything you do, you're skating paranoid. And, we had every reason to be paranoid enough for going over the midst of Russia. If you watch Rocky IV, you know what I'm talking about. Midst of Russia. They were a mortal enemy. They could have committed nuclear war on us, and like my dad said, what would have happened if Tretiak was two-handed by, I don't know, Parisi in front of the net, and he drops like a stone and loses the series? Are they gonna blow up Canada with nuclear weapons? Like, it was that serious. It was war. Say like Esposito and Bergman. It was war. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, if you can find some of the Game 4 to Game 8 when Frank Mahovlich played, and to see how off his game was, he became almost like a paranoid goon. It was amazing. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, thanks for listening. This is our True Tale series on the Summit Series. Let us know with a like, comment, or subscribe. And if you're a Frank Mahovlich fan, this is the first time you're hearing this, boys, you're going to have to find the full story, because it can't be covered in a 4-minute podcast. Maybe 40 hours of sitting on the couch and talking to a psychiatrist or a psychologist. Thanks for listening. Bye.